Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Carson, if you have specific questions, feel free to tell your mic and ask them. I'm just going to jump in a little bit and show you just some things, some resources for competitions, whether we're talking about nationals or we're talking for the state conference. So I'm gonna share my screen. Make it a little bit bigger. So this is on the TSA, Total TSA website. And I went through and found a couple things that are incredibly important. In here, it talks about the go, no go specifications. That's inside your rubric. So this is basically yes or no before, as far as whether or not the product will get judged by the judges. So I'll show you that, but I want you guys just to be aware that you need to go through that with a fine tooth comb to make sure you have exactly what you need. Also, I want you all to make sure that you can know where to find the rubrics. Because again, this is important. This is how you know why you get DQ'd or why your students didn't score as high as they wanted to. I'll show you that in just a second. This was a big stickler for the state conference, the copyright checklist and or plan of work. So if you don't submit that with your projects, your project will not be graded by judges. I'm gonna show you how to find that as well. One thing that was missed, some people would submit the copyright checklist, but it wasn't signed by their advisor. So again, that's a go, no go. So we won't grade those. Now next is a little snippet of the Total TSA tab. This is the chapter advisors tab. So underneath competition forms and resources, if you click on it, it opens up to this. And you can see all these things in here: competition tips for students, competition event overview, interview tips. If you scroll down a little bit further, you see the photo, film, video consent and release form. So you'll need those. You'll see the student copyright checklist. That's where that lives. Student and parent consent and release form. That's where that lives. The work log. So all those things, that's where those live in your Total TSA tab when you log in as a chapter advisor. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I can help you find it. Another really useful part of the Total TSA tab are these competitions. There's one for middle school and there's one for high school. So I just took a snippet of the high school, but this is where a lot of your stuff is. You can do the full PDF, but then you have to scroll through everything, every single event, or you can have it zip filed by separate competitions. So I clicked on that, and you'll have to scroll through a little bit. Animatronics is a large one, but this is what your rubric looks like. So right here is your go, no go. So this is where we look at it. I'm sorry, right here. Excuse me, sorry, the top right. This is where the judge would look at first and go, okay, do we have animatronics? So we have skins and shells, are they removable? Is the interior skeleton and mechanism accessible for inspections? Do the batteries meet regulations? And does the entry meet initial resting position dimensions? If all four of those things are not checked, then we're going to move on and call this one a DQ, and then it's considered a no-go. Further down, I didn't do the whole snippet, but then it gives you the rest of the rubric, so you can see in depth what these judges are looking at. I encourage you to look at these with your students, have your students read through them with a fine-tooth comb. One thing I found myself talking to or saying a lot at state conferences: did you check the rubric? What does the rubric say? So if it is muddy, feel free to connect with me and we'll go through it together. But a lot of times out of 10, the answers to your questions are in these rubrics. That's what I have for you today. I'm gonna give Carson one more chance. Carson, do you have any questions for us?
He says he doesn't think your microphone is working, either that or the Zoom audio isn't working.
Can you hear me, Carrie Ann?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was able to hear you at the end. It turned out that my computer wasn't working. I had to reconnect the audio, I guess. I don't know how I did it. I just clicked through some stuff and then it started working.
No worries. So I recorded this too. So I'll share out the recording of everything that you missed. Do you have specific questions for us in relation to competition or anything, TSA, actually?
Not really that I can think of at the moment. I mean, most of it's just trying to set up our chapter and stuff. At my school, it's literally our second year of doing TSA, so I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna do stuff. And so I just saw this on the Instagram post today. I'm like, oh, maybe I should check this out.
Fantastic. Are you a chapter advisor or a student?
Um,
Neither.
I'm vice president of our chapter, so
Perfect. Okay. And what school, Carson?
it's Air Academy.
Okay, very cool. So we have some options for all you newbies. First of all, I would encourage your chapter advisor to join all of these, or whomever, these new advisor networks for sure. We can also set up a chapter visit with our state officers so they can come out and help you guys figure out how to get it off the ground. We love that you're here, but we want to support you. And I do know that it is confusing or there is a lot of information. So I'm happy to help. So I want to be that resource for you guys. Who's your chapter advisor? Just so I know when his name, he or she's name comes across my desk.
Again, I'm still trying to get used to like all the roles and stuff. Is like the chapter advisor like the president or like the teacher
teacher.
that the teacher?
Uh-huh.
That would be Adam Truex.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I'm actually going to stop recording because not everybody else needs to